let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. It's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before. Get on out my problems. Let me point up and it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Early I'm up, I can't spend the day with you, I'm minding my business. I ain't gonna play with you, my color's bright. I ain't gonna play with you, man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride, lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries, competition shouldn't take shots, take notes please. Reporting live from the winter side, ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired, you will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that, big chips, man, I need that, hustle hard.
Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
My set, you 18! He can't hit. He's not gonna get me. 24!
Now a first down throw, Watson. brought in here by Tyler Eifert. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back. 53 to Mike.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. A shotgun snap for Watson, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here we go. Here we go. Here's the outlaw. Stay with your man.
Now Jackson apparently a little unsure of things, so he'll call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch your slack. Watch your slack.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you, son.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, watch your lane. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
This time Jackson will throw it. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue to.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 25 yards to the house as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Hey, 31. Hey, check right.
From the gun, here's Watson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They'll run on first down. Hines. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 12, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Watson. Open man is Kirk, complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He's got a first down past the 30. A big play there on the option, and even 60 yards for him on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Right there, 56. Push him back. Push him back.
They go play action with Jackson. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. The extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It
certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, it's Hines. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
A gain of 14. First down, Saints.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Okay, double up. Line up, go.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission. Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the run.
And this is incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And it's taken in at the 9. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. After the run, Watson going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. The tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 22 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. You don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time in preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. And what a nice job on the read. Pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's Hines. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
55, right there in the middle, 55.
Watson on first down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take it.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 81 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike,
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
We got to step it up.
Throwing again is Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Guys, game situation. Let's go. Motion, motion. Hey, 59.
On first down, it's Watson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
There we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Check 56. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Evans, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw, Watson. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mike 5-5, Mike 65, Mike 5-5. Zoom. Here we go. Hunt, 64. Wait.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be fourth down. They'll run for it with Hines. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
And the Saints first down.
On first down, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the Niners' 49-yard line.
Here's Watson. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all those big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Check three.
54 is down, he's coming.
Watson now to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Christian Kirk, 28 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Niners take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd and inches, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be taken at the 10. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Just set. 19.
It's 59. Mike to 59. You don't want none. You don't get it. Pick up the ball.
24.
Mike, check. 59. Let him know. Let him know.
59, let's go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, that's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Here we go, G. Mike's 5'9". Hey, we got to get this stop here.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Mike 5'5", Mike 55, Mike 5'5". I got you.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Ready.
37-yard line.
56. Right here.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Lamar Jackson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. Got his man. It's Eifert. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Now a first down throw, Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, 31.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey, 59.
Mark 55. Mark 55. Come on. Come on, D. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Here's Watson on first and 10. He's going to let it go deep, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 24-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
Watch the slant. Hey.
They run again with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. On third down, a run from Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. That's taken on the 25. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They are, by the way, into the fourth quarter now in Oakland. At scoring again, the Rams have widened that lead a bit further. A win would be their first of the young season. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up first and 10 at their own 46. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On second and 10, Watson. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines. But now it'll be third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On third down, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
It's been a long day for you. 51 to Mike, boys. 51. Short. All day, baby. All day.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.